Hey, watch out, man. Watch out, man. It's getting
dangerous.
It's getting real dangerous. You ain't heard. You heard Outkast. You seen bombs over Baghdad. I like that song. You know what I'm saying? I like to see that. And what I like to see even more better is in day 8 of OTAs, Shedeur step back, drop back, uncork something, and drop a boom, an absolute bomb to Isaiah Bond. Today, of course, we're reviewing another day of OTAs. This is the last week of OTAs before they go into, I believe, a mini camp next week. This is the last day that the media is going to be available at OTAs. Coach Todd Monken is talking to the media as we speak. But it reportedly, from a lot of reports, it was an up and down day for the offense. Some people reported it being one of the best defensive days from a camp or whatnot. That's what a lot of the reporters and stuff were saying, or at least tweeting out as the day was going on. But Shedeur seemed to have the highlights of the day. And I want to go deeper into this because, this is a really good situation. This is a really good look and litmus test to see, like, hey, what are the things that Shedeur was being asked to do? What is he doing, right? The first thing you see is, it's a look, 1, 2, 3 step drop. He hitches and he's releasing the ball. There is no looking, there's no thinking, he's not reading. He sees what he wants to see. Watch his head. He sees what he wants to see. He starts kind of in the middle here, and then he goes. He actually looks off. So I think he was over here, looks more towards the middle, and then looks over. Now this, if you remember the ball that Jerry Jeudy handed off to a defender, he did a similar thing here where he tries to freeze that safety and then pushes the ball out very accurately. And this one, I feel like, is even deeper. It's over the top. It's not a back shoulder. You hear all them flashes, don't you?
Dangerous.
You hear all them flashes because they knew what it was, man. And Isaiah Bond able to hold on to it, man. Look at the ball placement, though, right? We're not just gonna sit here and say, oh, well, Shedeur has a deep ball, he's a deep ball. No, man, he don't just got a deep ball. He's got a very accurate deep ball. Pause if need be. But my goodness, Isaiah Bond, the former Texas burner, comes up big, and y'all knew what it was with them two, with the connection. Hey, and shout out Taylor Green. Hey, man, I told y'all I rocks with Taylor Green now. This is my guy, right? Look how excited Taylor Green is. I mean, it's a touchdown. We got hands in the air. It's a beautiful time, man. Look, I don't know. The quarterback tracker's not out yet. Maybe it'll be out in the middle of this video, and we'll go over it. Again, wasn't seemingly not a great day from the offense as a whole, but Shedeur had a few good plays. And again, I say a few good plays. And again, we're not just talking about the ball looked good, even though the ball did look real good. You know what I'm saying? It was the technical aspects of it. It's, oh, wow, he's getting the ball out quickly. Oh, he's going to where he needs to. Here he is again, not afraid to throw over defenders. And we talk about, the certain things that players are trying to stress, or certain, things that maybe the coaches are trying to get across to these players, right? It really feels like attacking that intermediate part of the field, attacking that middle part of the field, and just taking what the defense gives to you. Now, I think Shedeur has always been great. I've been on record since his, Colorado days saying, like, hey, call him Mr. Backside Dig. Like, he'll hit that backside dig any day of the week. But again, it's taking the smaller stuff and some of the more higher level intermediate throws in there, over defenders and stuff like that. I mean, it's just been on display. Not that he didn't have it, but again, you got to show the people, right? You're trying to show film to your coaches. You're trying to, show them every day when you go out there that, hey, I'm that good. Again, I want to see the head movement here, right? And the head's important because we want to see where he's reading. Looks like he's in the beginning of the middle of the field. His head snaps seemingly over here. Right, it looks like his head snaps over here to the tight end, right? And then he's going to get right back to where he needs to and decides to rip this ball right here, right now, with a defender here, and over a defender. I mean, Shedeur's accuracy, his deep ball, I mean, it's been on fire as it stands so far. And then at the same time, right, the day after, the trade happens, it seemingly, or are we a day after or 2 days? I forgot, man. Sorry, these, these days be molding into each other. But after a Myles Garrett trade, it seems like Shedeur is back up taking first team reps again. So you love to see that. That's actually so crazy. As I'm making the video, I get a notification. Another great reporter, by the way, Ashley Bostock. She does some great things as well. She tweets the same exact thing. Again, this has been a sentiment today that, look, Shedeur Sanders to Isaiah Bond. We watched that deep bomb. I ain't gonna touch the button. But Sanders has been with the ones basically all day, it feels like. So seemingly Shedeur is getting a lot of burn. Now, I don't know if this is, again, Todd Monken has been very vocal vocal, and we're going to hear from Todd Monken. So I'll have a video later speaking and hearing what he has to say about the quarterbacks and Myles Garrett and Jared Verse and all that stuff. Specific Jared Verse video coming out as well. But as it stands right now, seemingly today was the heavy Shedeur day, and I think at the bare minimum he had the highlight day of the play. Now again, I have to see when the quarterback tracker goes out, and before we get to the rest of these videos, we're gonna look at Deshaun Watson. We're gonna look at some more. Actually, this nice little Jerry Jeudy touchdown. I thought this was interesting. We have a few different angles of this too. It's dope to see this from the back view too. Again, from the back, I think you can really get a really good grasp of the velocity. And that's been really the theme of everything is the velocity he's been throwing with has been – I thought it was already good. But anyway, you could really see the velocity. That's been a really good theme and really a big talking point about Shedeur is if he can or if he can't throw a velocity. And, man, that looks like a rope to me. It don't look like a wobble to me. And then going across this pylon, right? So I think maybe some people would argue, hey, maybe he should push this closer to this front pylon, right? But, that goes down to, really connection thing, right? Maybe he's feeling, oh, yeah, for sure. I mean, he sees that, Jerry Jeudy gets a really good arm stab here. I think Shedeur's thinking, oh, I can keep this really tight to him, and so he doesn't have to work as much. But Jerry Jeudy does a really good job actually jumping to go grab that. But I think Shedeur puts this high enough that he's able to make that too, right? So maybe I would like it a little more farther up on this front shoulder, but at the same time, he definitely put it in a place that only Jerry Jeudy could get it. He's got a lot of space towards the sideline too, so that's another thing he might be thinking, right? If I push it towards this sideline, it's going to be a very hard catch. He's going to have to, toe drag swag it. He's going to have to Tony toe tap it if he wants to do anything, right? Give him a little more space and give him a little more height as he goes towards the sideline. Then he can kind of adjust to it as he sees fit, make the ball, have a safe catch, and then you have all this landing space if you need to get jiggy with it and make any last-minute adjustments. But good ball, and a lot of good things come from Jerry Jeudy so far. So that's good. It's a pleasant surprise, Now we go from one surprise to one that maybe might not be as surprising. Our guy Deshaun. Now, he actually had a few good throws today too, of course. But, hey, man, he's struggling, man. He's struggling, dog. And I actually do want to take some time. As, again, I don't have the quarterback tracker. I keep looking for it. That's why I keep pausing. But, again, a lot of people said that, and I'll be honest with you, some people were alluding that maybe Shedeur struggled today. I haven't got the quarterback tracker, so I can't. And that was at the beginning of practice. That was before he dropped them bombs and had more touchdowns and stuff like that. So maybe he had a rough beginning to practice. Other people said the defense had a really good performance. I haven't really heard a lot of people say positive things about Deshaun today, right? So maybe today's the day where he just didn't get a lot of reps, or maybe he just didn't look that great. But let's talk about it, right? We took our time and we walked through the Shedeur Sanders touchdown. Well, I want to walk through this Deshaun Watson interception too, because, for all the things that have been, now said positive about Deshaun, there is a lot of negativity about him, and he's known to take some sacks and hold the ball and really not make the greatest decision and know what he's looking at all the time, right? So at first, I want to show you this, right? I talk about head movement, because it's telling you what the quarterback is trying to process right now. So Deshaun Watson's eyes are looking where? They're looking right here, right there. So he's looking probably for this tight end to open himself, hoping that it's open, hoping that this guy goes this way, he can get good leverage, right? He's seeing what's happening. Maybe this guy stays here and he can get behind here on the backside. Regardless, he's watching this area of the field, seeing how this develops, right? Now we're gonna continue to watch him, and again he's staring it down, right? So if he's gonna throw it, and he thinks that he has leverage, there's a helmet right here, though. There's a guy right here. If he thinks he has leverage, he needs to throw this now. Either put it on his back shoulders where he can protect himself, or if you trust in your tight end, put it out there and hope this guy doesn't undercut this, right? So that's what he's hoping, right? What happens is he actually stays on him. I'm not mad at throwing this, again, right then and say, hey, box out, be a tight end. It might not be a first down. It is third down, by the way. But at the same time, try to make something happen, because then he tries to work upfield, which isn't bad. That's the scramble drill, right? And Deshaun Watson, I'm not sure if you noticed, his eyes never, after he goes, well, he looks, he for a second, he looks up. He's looking up to see, does he have somebody, Justin Jefferson's covered. This guy still hasn't gotten out of his break. So he does take a second to look back and to see if there's anything he can throw on the backside of his body. But you probably don't want to do that, right? He then finds himself looking back at 86 again. Now he's staring at 86. That's all he can throw it to 86. He tries to go inside as he kind of boxes in this side. And it's just bad leverage. It's a bad throw. It's a bad idea. And I mean, I don't know if you're gonna get an easier interception than that on the tight end. I mean, that's bad. That's bad beat. That's bad hoops, man. So the tail of the tape is out. Let's talk about it. You know what I'm saying? Everybody said that there could have been some sacks. There could have been some, you know what I'm saying, XYZ. But this is, I mean, the proof typically, you know, is in the pudding. You know what I mean? Visually, from the highlights we've seen, it seemed like it was Shedeur's day. And then from the quarterback tracker, it seems like it was Shedeur's day around, you know, right under 50%, of his passes there. So, you know, you want to get those numbers up there. But, I mean, you know, Deshaun Watson was pretty similar there. Again, so there's a lot of incompletions. No interceptions for Shedeur. One interception for Deshaun, and we saw that interception. So, clearly this is a day where the defense had its way and had a really good day. And shout out Dylan Gabriel. He got a touchdown. I'm going to show you that, too. He was 3 for 5. Maybe Dylan Gabriel had the best day. I don't know. Nah. But I think Shedeur had the highest highs there, so that's good to see. You know, again, look, we're still in shorts, we're still there, everything like that. Everybody said that Shedeur actually got most of the first team reps, so maybe maybe you can interpret that as, hey, look, he had the harder reps. He was going against the better defense, a juice defense that just got a new piece, right? They're trying to show out. They're trying to make sure they know who the alpha is, XYZ. If you want to do that, if not, you could say, yeah, he struggled with some completions and definitely got the ball in the end zone the most, put the ball down the field, and it's so interesting. Whenever, you give him the opportunity to stretch the field, you see what happens, man. Touchdowns start happening. So it really feels like Shedeur dominated the day. The touchdowns speak for it. The lack of interceptions speak of it. So yeah, that's great. So let's watch a few more clips to wrap up the day. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? It's the summer of positivity from Ting. So if I'm gonna say, hey, Deshaun might not have had a great day, but he did have some good moments, man. And Dylan Gabriel also had a really good moment too. This one's hard to see, but it's over here on this right side or left side. You're going to have Gage. He's going to settle up right on the goal line. And here, you know, this one is just more about, you know, the decision making here. He gets to his 1, 2, boom. I like that he's seeing through his progression. Maybe Casey would have been open there if you wait a second, but you know, especially around the goal line, I think getting the ball out quicker is definitely better than anything else in between. Any other clips we forgot? Do y'all have the I want to show them. I want to show y'all. That's what I'm talking about. I want to show y'all the Dylan Gabriel touchdown because it was actually a pretty good ball. Back in the end zone, I think Carson Ryan seems to be everybody's best friend right now. It seems to be a tight end that everybody wants to hit. There's another look at that ball again for Cedric Tillman. Again, he's been loving attacking the middle of the field as well. So some good stuff. Let's see what we can find. Now, I will say the catch is better than the throw, but the throw is not too bad from old DG, the former number 8. But my goodness, Carson Ryan, go up and get. This is Carson Ryan, right? This is Carson Ryan, BYU guy. This is not Royer, the Cincinnati guy. Interesting. I haven't seen a lot from Royer. Royer was the higher drafted tight end. I feel like I haven't seen a lot of plays from him. Ryan has been everywhere, and he's apparently the fullback. This boy look at that. Look at the hands. Y'all see that? The ball is juggling around. He don't care. Big body in the back of the end zone now. It's going to matter when the pass come on, but I like this. Yeah. Go ahead, Mr. Carson Ryan, man. He's been impressing me a lot. He's been impressing me. It's a good thing. And again, there will be a separate video for Jared Verse because I really think he's a really good football player. But just to get in a little bit. I feel like we'd be wrong if we didn't watch a little Jared Verse on the sled, man. He is a large human being. He's a big dog. He's thick. You know what I'm saying? Hey, AO is if you need to AO, but he's thick. And look, again, I've been watching him since FSU days. He's got a lot of power on him. I can't wait. I have a specific video, a very special video that I'm gonna do. But right now we got OTA stuff going on. But he's been looking good in the 8. And to clear up some stuff, you know, because there needs to be another video because how did he get the 8? We all know that Dylan Gabriel wears number 8. Well, it seems that Dylan still is wearing number 8, as Daniel says. So maybe either he's looking for a new number, Dylan Gabriel's looking for a new number, or there might be a trade in place, or Jared Verse might be looking for a new number. So they're both let numbered as number 8. There's going to be a separate, what's it called? Again, I'm going to do a separate video breakdown of Jared Verse, but very explosive, very good football player. If you're a Browns fan, don't be upset that you got him. Be happy that you had Myles Garrett, and excited that you can get some years of Jared Verse, because it's a lot of good football players. We'll update you on this little situation, but it seems like Shedeur had a really good day. Showed some accuracy, showed the deep ball, showed what he can do. Todd Monken is speaking, and I saw some sneak peeks, man, and people are gonna be upset. But hey, if you like this video, like it. If you didn't, dislike it. Subscribe if you like football content of all shapes, size, forms, fashions, and factors. Hype the video. Don't know what it does, but please do, because it's very important to me what I do and how I do it. If you want my little guy, little Tings, to have his diapers, that'd be great, man. I really appreciate that. But no, in all seriousness, just appreciate y'all watching. Be great, be blessed, be beautiful. We'll see you next time. Peace.